Welcome to The Common Fan, your go-to podcast for SEC smack talk, top 25 game day predictions, and fan-first football takes in college or the NFL. Here is your host, Bryce Tillman. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's talk ball.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of The Common Fan. I'm your host, Bryce Tillman, and thank you so much for making us a listen every single day. Joining me, as always, is Kyle Dewitt, and I'm not saying that name on that handle down there, but his name is Cameron Williams. He is if there was a guy on this planet that was a John Mateer fan, it is him, and I just don't understand it. But anyway, so glad to have y'all on for the Wednesday show. We got some college football we're going to talk about this week. Guys, I know we said we were going to cover the NFL. I know we did. But let's be honest.
It's college football, baby.
Is king. And this is what we're good at. This is what we do, and this is what we're sticking with. We're sticking with our guns here, guys. So we're going to be covering college football, and we've got some midweek games going on that are going to be cinema, as we say on this show. And I'm, as we always say, juiced up for it. Before we get started, guys, we got to do a quick shout out to Sharp42.ag. This episode of the Common Fan Podcast is brought to you by Sharp42.ag, proudly sponsored by Joe Allen. If you're ready to take your college football Saturdays and NFL Sundays to the next level, Sharp42.ag has you covered. With sharp betting lines, expert analysis, and the fastest payouts in the game, Sharp42.ag makes sure you never miss your chance to win big. Thanks to Joe Allen for making this possible and for supporting fans like us who live and breathe football. So don't just watch the games. Get in on the action. Visit Sharp42.ag today and bet smarter with the best. If you're interested in joining Sharp42.ag, comment below and we will get you started today. Guys, we're talking about college football this week, and there's some good games coming on during the week and not a Saturday. I mean, this is awesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, if we could have college football on like an NFL schedule, I'd vote for that.
Give me Monday night, give me Thursday night, Sunday night football, every last bit of it.
Yeah.
The only reason I know anything about NFL is all fantasy.
Absolutely. You got to have something to do on Sundays.
Yeah.
Cam, to your point, we talked about it before, right? There's nothing better than a Tuesday or Wednesday night action game, right? Got you a good old plate of a good old fat chili cheese dog just loaded down, sitting down on your couch, turn on a little action. Hey, we love it, man.
Throw some brats on the grill, on the barbecue.
That's right.
You know what they say in Auburn?
Anyway.
Hey, I do have something to say before we get all into this. I think it'd be really cool if we had like a Dropbox session of this show. So, like, if you had a question or you wanted to talk about something on this show, get on that the Common Fan Podcast Facebook page and send us a message on there, what you want to talk about, or just a question in general we could bring up on the show here and talk about.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be cool.
Absolutely. Comment on the video, guys. Comment on the Facebook page. I know a lot of y'all, we post a link every day on Snapchat when the videos drop. We'll be coming to Instagram soon, and we're posting on X all the time. But more importantly, like this video, subscribe, and share it to every one of your college football fanatics that you deal with every single day. I have to deal with Kyle Dewitt every day, guys. So I know how tough it can be. But just send it to your biggest rival, your biggest fan, or your best friend. Just send it to somebody, and let's grow this show. 9-11 matchup, guys. NC State versus Wake Forest at Wake Forest. NC State is favored by -7.5. The over and under to this game is set for 51.5. What are your initial thoughts on this football game?
I'll go first on that one because growing up in North Carolina, NC State, Wake Forest, any of those Carolina teams playing, it's a big game, right? It's always going to be cool to go watch. But Wake Forest and NC State playing on 9/11 is going to be massive. It's going to be the energy there is going to be crazy. I don't know. I've watched Robbie Ashford at Wake Forest the last couple of years, and he's mobile. He's got a good arm. He doesn't make the best decisions. I don't know enough about NC State, but is it at Wake Forest or is that NC State?
It's at Wake Forest, and just to deviate just a tad, Robbie Ashford started out his career at Oregon. He transferred to Auburn. He played at Auburn with TJ Finley, and I think he was also there with Bo Nix. Played there and was kind of in that mix at Auburn. Never could get things rolling right. He transferred to South Carolina, backed up Lenore Sellers last year, and decided to make the change and transfer to Wake Forest, which I think was a perfect fit for him. This guy is an elite runner. He has good ball knowledge as far as being able to pass the football, but more importantly, he does not hesitate when he decides to tuck that football and run with it. I like Robbie Ashford at Wake Forest plus 7.5 in this game, Cameron. And when you look at NC State, they're always kind of a hit and a miss, right? The years that people expect NC State to be good, they fall below average. But when nobody really talks about them and they're kind of flying under the radar, it's really when they sneak up on people. What is your take on this game, and how do you feel about it?
So I've heard that name, CJ Bailey, a pretty good bit here lately, and that's your NC State guy. I'm with you. Any kind of rivalry game like that, it's always going to be a good game. They're going to play harder than anybody else. CJ Bailey, I was looking at his stats here. It's pretty impressive. He's 40 completions for 57 attempts. He's got 518 yards, 70% completion rate. Averaging 9.1 yards a play. So he's got 2 TDs, 1 interception, but I think he's balling right now pretty good. They got a running back, Hollywood Smothers. How about that name, huh? Hollywood Smothers. Name. Yeah, he was a transfer from Oklahoma. Right now he's got 39 carries, 216 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So I think it's going to be a good game. Robbie Ashford, he's got some he's a veteran now, right? You would consider him a veteran. He's been around a little while. So I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup myself. I think both of these teams are 2-0 right now, right?
I think so. To your point, Kyle, and what we was talking about earlier between Robbie Ashford, Wake Forest, and this being an in-state rivalry, I'm kind of curious to see how NC State approaches them on defense with this dual threat quarterback coming in, right? With Robbie, who's not scared to tuck it and run, but who can also – he has a cannon on him, y'all. I'm telling you, I watched this guy in person before. His speed is like a second to none. I'm really curious to see how NC State covers this. If they're going to go press the box and try to contain him and not let him get them outside plays, are they going to keep a QB spy there, or are they going to go a soft coverage and just say, hey, Robbie, we'll let you run it, but you're not going to throw it on us? That is the most interesting take that I'm ready to see of this game, is how they approach that on defense.
Well, I mean, and that's what I would do, because it's clear he's not the best thrower, right? He does have a good arm, but he doesn't make the best decisions. He's not the best thrower. Get him uncomfortable in the pass game. Put a spy on him. You know, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. He is elite when he's running, though. I mean, he's fast. He's real fast.
Yeah. What was the quarterback that was at the Saints before Drew Brees got there? I cannot remember his name. I can look him dead in the face now. But the coach at New Orleans said that time, they said, he can sling the football 80 yards. We just don't know if it's going to hit the field goal post, if it's going to hit the wide receiver, it's going to hit the press box. Like, we don't know where it's going. And to your credit there, Kyle, I agree with that. I don't think Robbie Ashford has the best talent as far as ball placement, but he is really good on his legs, and he really does have a deep ball. I'm just, his accuracy is just not all the way there. So that's going to be a good matchup, man. I mean, that's Thursday night. So get ready, 6:30. NC State at Wake Forest. All right, the next game we're going to talk about here, right, is Colorado. Deion Sanders and the crew coming to Houston to play on Friday at 6:30. The line is Houston -5.5. The over and under this game is at 44.5. And we were talking about it before we started recording, Cameron. I like the over on this game. Like, I feel like this is going to be kind of a, not necessarily a shootout, but it'll be more of an offensive game than a defensive game.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, last week Houston scored 35 against Rice by itself. So I see them throwing the ball around pretty good. And also, we talked about it. Colorado is struggling at the QB position right now. But on the other hand, Houston, we looked, and they have the second best defense for passing right now in the league. So I don't think that Colorado is going to be having the upper hand on this one. I'm going to say Houston takes this one, and I'm going to say, I don't know what the score is going to be exactly, but I'm going to say it's going to be over 44.
Yeah. 100%.
So, Kyle, to this game, the main stat that I noticed about this game is that Houston has allowed a lot of sacks. So How can Colorado's front seven attack Houston, get to Connor Wegman, who played at Texas A&M? He's 30 for 46 on the year with 4 touchdowns. He's averaging 7.5 yards a throw. What does Colorado need to do to approach a player like Connor Wegman, and how can they get to him with an offensive line that's been seeming to struggle?
It's just like anything else. They got to apply pressure. Their DNs, D tackles, the men up front, they've got to apply pressure. So if they can get to him and shake him up, that's all he's gonna be thinking about all game. Got to get the ball out faster because I'm not trying to get sacked and take a negative yardage play. That's the main thing. If Dion can maybe get some blitz packages in there where they have some stunts going on and a linebacker comes up the A gap, messes with the quarterback a little bit, they're gonna make it tough for him to get the ball out like he's supposed to. I don't know, man. I haven't seen Colorado's D line either. I don't know if they're elite to where they can do that, but they're gonna have to, in my opinion. Can't give him time to throw.
Well, Cameron, to what he was just saying this then, when we watched Colorado versus Georgia Tech, I mean, they didn't just necessarily just let Georgia Tech do what they always do, is just get these big, massive clock running. Colorado, their front seven is not terrible, but I think in this game, because as I was just talking about with Kyle, how Houston has allowed a lot of sacks, Colorado's also allowed a lot of sacks. They're 6 on the year right now in their first 2 games. I'm curious to see, as we talked about how Colorado was going to approach Houston on defense, how is Houston going to approach Colorado? Because they've got some really mobile quarterbacks back there with Caden Salter, Julian Lewis, and Ryan Stapp. They've got some dudes back there that will also break a pocket and run, and I would arguably say they probably run better than Connor Wegman. So what do you think Houston should do on defense to stop Colorado's offensive attack?
I think they need to do exactly what they've been doing. They have covered up the downfield threat. They have one of the best secondaries in that conference. I think they jam up those receivers, don't let them get open, and then the defensive line is going to have plenty of time to get to him. If he has nowhere to go and all he can do is break, and if they got some kind of containment there in place just for the mobile quarterback, then he gets nowhere. So I think they just need to do what they've been doing and keep that downfield threat away, because that's where Colorado's going to try to hit them at. They're going to try to go deep, move the ball, put some points on the board, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it seems like when these two teams, like the way that the offense and the defense is mashed together collectively, it's like they're a perfect blend. It's like, hey, our front seven's good, but our secondary is struggling. Well, we're the exact opposite. Our front seven is struggling, but our secondary is pretty good. So when your offensive lines are both struggling, it seems, in pass protection, if I could buy the over and under down, if I could just spend a little extra money and get the over and under down from 44.5 to an even 43, I'll place that bet on the over at 43. I feel real comfortable with that because I think this could end up being a 24-22 game that's going to put you at that 44 mark. But right now, with it being at 44.5, that's going to be kind of questionable to me. If I'm going to try, because I'm going to try to set my parlay on it, I'm coming down to see if I can buy it down to 43 points because I feel real confident in that.
Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I don't think it's going to be a major high-scoring game at all, but I do know Houston can score on you. And if they can keep their defense off the field, 3 and outs, get back on offense, quick turnarounds, keep their defense healthy and going, rejuvenated, I don't see where they can't put up points. Control the game. So,
Kyle, do you have a bet that you think is going to be pretty substantial in this game, or how are you kind of just with us on the over and under? How are you feeling about that one?
I think I placed one. I can't remember. Let me look. I want to say I went with Houston. I'm not sold at
on
all
money line
on Houston or on Colorado. I actually went with Houston money line. I think Houston's going to win it. Just personally, I'm not big on Colorado this year.
Yeah.
They don't have that explosiveness. They don't have that. They don't have Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. So, I think he's frozen.
He goes to the sun.
Hey, sorry about that. It just feels like that Colorado is a team that's just a little bit more down to earth this year than they have been, right?
Oh, yeah.
It just doesn't seem like the buzz is around them, and it's just straight up football in Boulder, Colorado now, and I kind of respect that a little more, honestly. So,
agreed.
Next game coming up, Kansas State, who has started their season out pretty rough, coming in at 1-2, going to Arizona to play the Arizona. What is that? What are they? The Wildcats, right?
Wildcats. Yeah. Give me them Wildcats.
Well, there's 2 Wildcats playing here.
Well, give me the Arizona Wildcats.
So
I'll take the Wildcats on this one.
I'm taking the Wildcats Friday night versus George County.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, bring the bell back to Greene County. We love it. Hey, Kansas State, right? This is a quarterback, Avery Johnson. We've talked about him a lot on this show. We respect Avery Johnson's game. I don't dislike this fella, but he's only 64 for 98. He does have 763 passing yards already, but he only has a 65% completion rate with an interception, and he's not been able to escape the pocket, and he's got a couple sacks. Now, you can blame that on the offensive line, sure. I mean, I'm not going to push back on that, but it seems like that Avery has been overcorrecting his mistakes like he had last year on trying to protect the football, that he's playing a little too conservative to me. Is that a crazy take?
No, and he got. I mean, Army's a good team this year, but they got handled at Army last week.
They did.
Kansas State did. So I like Avery Johnson. I'm with you, but I feel like I'm like you. I feel like he's not being aggressive enough because he can do it. Just
do y'all know who Army lost to week 1? An Ivy League school, Tarleton State.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for Army to go out there and get a win like that against Kansas State is huge, Kyle. And I want to ask you, what do you think that Kansas State can get over the hump and finally get in the rhythm and get their groove and win this ball game, or do you think Arizona's just going to pretty much handle business at home?
Well, I think they kind of have to. And I want to talk on that only 65% completion percentage from Avery Johnson. 65% is pretty solid. That's a good average, right? Especially looking at 90-something throws. Like, that's pretty good. He's a baller. He's a player. But I like, Noah Fafita with Arizona? I like him a little bit more. He's a dog. He's balling out. They're winning. They got that momentum with them right now. They're going to Arizona. Is that right?
That's right. It's in Arizona.
Yeah, I like Arizona here. I do think this is a game that Kansas State needs to get the ball rolling. They need to be the first one to strike. They need to be the first one to keep pressure on them. And if they don't, I think their season kind of takes a downhill spiral from here. But Arizona's a good team, and they're going to be a hard test for Kansas State to have to come back and get that momentum back. I don't know. I like Arizona in this one.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have said only 65% completion because I'm with you. If you're throwing the football 100 times and you're at 65%, I mean that's 65 out of 100. So I'm not. Maybe it's not Avery, but I do stand on what I think that Avery's still playing a little bit more conservative than he played last year.
Yeah, and he's not running as much.
I'm assuming that it has to be defensively that they're just not finding their rhythm on defense, which is strange. Kansas State always has a pretty decent squad. When I look at this game, I just know that Kansas State is coming in knowing that they've got to get this win. They've got to. Arizona's sitting at 2-0, and they're hungry to get to 3-0 and beat an in-conference rival.
Yeah.
But I just think that I agree with you when you say that Kansas State, if they lose this, their season can be tarnished. And I think that fear is what's going to drive them. I like Kansas State winning this game. I like them going to Arizona and finding a way to win it.
That's my only thing is if they lose this game right here, their season is shot. So I am not a big fan of the Arizona State people this week. Yeah, forks down. So anybody in Arizona, I hope they all lose this week. So I'm going to take.
Because you're in Arizona.
I'm in Utah.
Oh, okay.
Close enough.
Close enough.
All right. Well, the next game that we have that we're going to mention on is New Mexico coming to UCLA, where Nico and the boys will try to find a way to kick this season off because they are 0-2 right now, and everybody in Knoxville, Tennessee is laughing hysterically at the UCLA Bruins because I'm going to tell you something. The trade for Nico and Joey Aguilar might be the biggest.
That's history.
The biggest bust in college football history that you could probably ever witness. And I'm living for it, guys. I love it because I think Joey Aguilar has done a fantastic job at Tennessee thus far.
Hold on. Can you please say that again one more time?
What?
Say what you just said about Aguilar one more time.
Say it again.
Say what you just said about Aguilar one more time.
I said I think he's done really good at Tennessee this year.
Fantastic was
That's what I said.
Are you crawfishing right now?
Do I need to read the text message from Sunday?
Do y'all want me to finish my conversation? I was fixing to literally say that, and I apologize to Tennessee fans that I did not recognize Joey Aguilar in preseason. I didn't think that he was going to be to this caliber. And y'all can say what y'all want to. Neither one of y'all did either. Y'all both shit on him just like I did.
We didn't, but we was on board a lot faster than you were.
Yeah, 100%.
So are you assuming that I'm supposed to sit here and say that Joey Aguilar is better than Jackson Arnold right now? Is that what y'all trying to get at? Because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say John Mateer is better than Jackson Arnold right now. Y'all can both kiss my ass on that one. I'm not doing it.
J.A. for Heisman. J.A. for Heisman.
Yeah. Bro. Hey, we'll talk in 2 weeks about that. Y'all get my blood pressure. Y'all get my blood pressure up on that.
You gotta be correct.
Get Britton to get your blood pressure nice.
Hey, look. Back to this before we get sidetracked. We'll have a few minutes. We can go back to this if y'all want to. Utah beat the piss out of UCLA, and then UNLV ended up beating them by a touchdown. Now, shout out Dan Mullen out there. He's got him a good little squad out there in Vegas. But what does UCLA got to do to get a win, man? Surely they ought to be able to beat New Mexico. I think Nico's got to find his way here.
You got to get back to Nico Iamaleava and not Nico Tagovailoa. Whatever you say his name. He needs to go back to the 2 years ago Nico, even the beginning of the season last year Nico, and not current Nico Tagovailoa. You know, he's got to get back to that because he's not playing good ball.
I love this. I love to see him go out there because this is a good taste of humble pie right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was
Good
too
fresh.
good for Tennessee, too good for the SEC. He let his dad make big boy decisions for him. He's a grown man. He went out there, and I hope they go 0-12.
Same.
I'm betting against UCLA every week. I don't care. And I'm glad Tennessee got Aguilar, baby.
Well, New
Alex
Mexico,
Orgy's
they had a
hurt,
really
too. Did y'all hear me?
for
UCLA.
Yeah, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. I think Alex Orgy is hurt out for the season.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah,
They needed him.
he was
man.
a
We
big part
talked
of
about
their.
him, Bryce. He was good. I hate that.
So with New Mexico, they had a really athletic quarterback there last year. I think he ended up transferring away, and it slips my mind on where he went. But they got a different quarterback in at Jack Lane for 44-68, 363 yards. He's only threw one touchdown, but 3 interceptions. Guys, I think that this might be the week that UCLA gets a little chemistry, and I think they're going to win this game. But I'm not taking UCLA to cover the spread. So if I was going to bet on this game, I'm going to bet safer, and I'm going to take UCLA money line, or either I would be kind of on the offensive side of it and take New Mexico covering with the points for plus 15.5.
No, it's New Mexico. I'm sorry.
Yeah, New Mexico.
I don't know why I was thinking about they were playing Las Vegas.
Well, we talked about Dan Mullen, UNLV.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already played them. And
did you
know?
know?
Do you feel better by taking UCLA winning or New Mexico plus 15.5 points?
Well, I just looked at a stat that kind of shocked me. You know, Nico is their leading rusher with 106 yards.
Wow.
On 24 carries. Nico is their leading rusher. I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't think UCLA covers. I think they win. I don't think they cover, though.
I don't think they cover. I don't think they win. I think New Mexico has been playing some better rounded teams.
New Mexico with an upset?
Yep. I think New Mexico pulls it because, their first game was Michigan, 30-17. They kept it a game. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Idaho State, they won 32-22. I know it's Idaho State, but that's a lot better than Tarleton State. So take that.
Is it still technically an upset if they're not ranked?
If you take New Mexico in the points, it's a lot better odds than just taking UCLA to win money line. So I don't hate that. I might ride that, do the same thing. All right. So do we have a little 3-leg that we want to give the audience that they can tell on this week? Do y'all have something y'all want to give them?
Hit yours. I go with yours. I'd ride with yours. I think I'd take New Mexico on that one, though.
Okay, so I just had a change of heart, and I'm feeling this, guys. I'm feeling it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I like Wake Forest plus 7.5 over North Carolina State. Not saying Wake Forest will win, but I like the 7.5 points because I think whoever wins that game is going to be sitting at about a 3-point victory. So give me Wake Forest plus 7.5 on that game. And then I want to dive into the Colorado and Houston game. Like I said, I'm going to try to buy that over and under down to 43 points. And if I can get it down to 43 points, I'm taking the over in that game. So I want to take the over at Houston, Colorado at over 43. And then for my third leg on it, I'm taking New Mexico plus 15.5 on that game. Because I do think that UCLA is going to win, but I don't think they're going to beat them by 16 points. And the odds are better for New Mexico plus the points than just trying to say UCLA is going to win the game.
That's fair. That's solid.
I like
y'all feeling that? If y'all tuned into our shows last week, we was pretty spot on with a lot of predictions, or me and Cameron was. Kyle was being a hater over Mississippi State, but whatever.
Yeah, and look, Mississippi State's the only bet I went against, and they're the only reason I lost. So I'll get
what you get.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Forks down.
So we're gonna start this week off, and we hope that by Monday, when we drop our Monday show, we'll say, guys, we were right again. Y'all should have wrote our shirt tails because we had some more money in our pocket. I got a question for both of you before we end this.
Oh yeah, we're not ending this right now. We got a lot.
Are you ready? Are y'all ready? Because I have a good question, and I want y'all to ask me a question. Let's just all three take turns asking questions. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Counterclockwise or clockwise?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. One of y'all big mouths chime in after I say my question.
Shut up, Stu.
All right. So, if you wasn't a fan of your current football team, who would you be a diehard to the core fan of? Tell me the school and tell me why.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
care who
first.
goes.
I'm gonna go
first.
first.
I'll go first because I'm clockwise.
And I-
LSU.
LSU. That's right.
Are y'all for real? Y'all for real?
I'm dead
100%.
serious.
Like the vibe, the energy, the
That's-
stadium. Oh my gosh, dude.
That's it for me.
They
So,
bump Lil Boosie walking
Let me tell you, LSU has that. They just have that vibe,
That's
and they have that stadium rocking. The only bad thing about LSU is we've all been through Baton Rouge multiple times, and
It's terrible.
Baton Rouge is terrible. The traffic.
I hate Baton Rouge.
The
I'll
stadium's
drive
right-
around it.
It
Yeah.
stinks. It stinks.
It
But
smells worse than Auburn.
but I will say, they always have quality players. They always have money. They have industry there that supports their sports. I'm good with that. And they're always in the hunt every year. It seems like they're just either a game or two out. And I mean, you can't beat that STTDB.
Yeah. I mean, I hate and I'm the biggest hater on Georgia, Auburn, and LSU. And I would 1,000%. If I was not a diehard Bama fan, I would be an LSU fan because it's just the swagger that they have. I love it. They still suck though.
Do you know why you hate them?
Because I'm a Bama fan.
Yeah, Nick Saban.
Because you fear them. You fear all three of them teams.
I don't fear
Every
Auburn.
year. You do fear Auburn.
Auburn comes with it.
Hey,
You fear Auburn. You
I
fear
do
Auburn.
want to say something.
Hey, so hold on. I gotta give mine. I think. Oh, I'm going to catch so much heat for this. Georgia.
Oh.
Dude, I love Kirby Smart.
You're
I love everything about Kirby Smart. I love what he stands for.
I agree with that.
I love that dog mentality he's got.
I do too.
I love the way he coaches. Yeah, I don't like the vibes in Athens. I don't know if it's a thing, but I know Sanford Stadium gets rocking when there's a big
Kirby
team coming
at
there.
LSU.
Oh yeah. There'd be so many there would be so many bandwagon fans. It'd be unreal.
Kirby at LSU.
Be crazy. Real quick before we move on, y'all got a question. I got let's deviate. What if you couldn't pull for a team in the SEC? Who would you pull for?
Ooh, that was a good one. That's a good one.
Ohio State for sure.
Who?
I like Ohio State because I like Ryan Day.
1,000%. I would go with the Buckeyes, dog. And you never had to worry about your team being a loser, like ever.
They're always going to be.
They're always going to win.
They're always going to win 10 games.
I think Oregon.
They're going to win 10 games.
I think Oregon. I would go Oregon.
I used to like Oregon a little bit.
When
DeAnthony Thomas was there, Kenyon Barner, dude, they were nasty.
Dude, I like Dan Lanning. So
he
rips ends in interviews. I like that. Dude, the swag at Oregon is just that Nike.
Yeah.
There's a difference in swag and swagger.
It's just uniforms. Yeah, it's not like I just said. It's not swagger. It's just look at me. I'm running around in my neon pink jersey because it's breast care.
I have a chrome helmet.
Yeah, I look like a flamingo on the field right now.
Okay. If you couldn't be that's hard to say. If you couldn't be a Power Four, I'll say it like that. If you couldn't be a Power Four conference fan, who would you go for?
Southern Miss. Oh,
yeah.
I'm rolling with Southern.
That's okay. I was going to say Notre Dame.
They're power. Well, technically they're not Power Four. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if? Hey, dogs.
So South Alabama.
All right, what's y'all's question? Give us a question. What y'all got?
Hey, I'll ask Kyle this. I asked you this one time, Bryce, but I don't know if a lot of people hit on it. but what is your favorite like SEC stadium tradition? And I think I told mine. I don't know if you heard it, Kyle, but
Come on.
Neyland
Come on
Stadium.
now.
Neyland Stadium on Spooky Halloween when they do the spooky whatever Rocky Top.
Oh, it's
That
so
is
lit.
sick. Dude.
Mine was Dixieland Delight, Kyle.
Dixieland
Just-
Delight at Bama.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you
My
can't say
dollar.
that though. You can't say that. You got to find
You got to do
something
it other
else.
than your team. You got to do it other than your team.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the
Yeah,
cowbells,
'cause
but I don't go for
I
that.
would have said the eagle flying around if I could have choose Auburn. Like,
Dude, I've seen the eagle flying, and it is crazy.
talk to me, please, God, tell me, is that your favorite?
Man.
Is that your favorite? You freaking tell me right now. Tell me that it is.
What does Georgia do? What does Georgia do?
What is dude? So
I'm not
we
saying
went,
that on this podcast. What they
we
do.
went to our special guest Friday. He can tune in on this. We went to the South Carolina Clemson game on a visit my senior year, and this was when Andre Ellington was there for Clemson, the running back. You had DJ Swearinger. You had Jadeveon Clowney. Like, this was the major, like, South Carolina Clemson was at its height, like, of their rivalry. And South Carolina did something in the fourth quarter. I cannot remember, but I remember looking at Mark and being like, oh, wow. And he was committed to South Carolina at the time and ended up going to Clemson. But, I don't know, probably the Eagle, because I've witnessed it. I've never witnessed anything else, like, in person. So probably the Eagle flying is pretty sweet.
So we was at the game Saturday, and I don't know if y'all seen it on social media or not. The new light show they done in the fourth quarter there. Y'all, I've been to several games at Auburn, and even if with it being against Ball State, it was still hands down the loudest game I've ever been at there. I can't imagine how loud it's going to be when Georgia comes and plays Auburn there. That's going to be
silly.
massive. All right, Kyle, what's your question? Give us a question. What you got?
Man, I don't know. That's tough. What is? Man, I don't know.
Let's see.
What's the best rivalry outside of the Iron Bowl? Because we all know the Iron Bowl is the best rivalry in sports in college football. What's the best rivalry in college football?
The game.
Outside of the Iron Bowl. The what?
The game. Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
It's massive. It's by like nationally, as bad as it hurts me to say, because I think the Iron Bowl is the biggest rivalry in the country. But nationally, outside of the South, like, there's people that watch that game from Hawaii. Like, the game is massive. That's a big rivalry.
Hold up. Let's talk about this, because this is a big debate. Outside of what these players make in the NFL now, outside of what they're doing now, physically, like, stats from this year, from these two teams, and players and coaches and scheme, who's better? 2019 LSU or 2020 Bama? Remember, that was Saban's first undefeated SEC schedule. First time ever.
LSU.
Yeah, Mac Jones and
2019
Devontae
LSU.
Smith.
2019 LSU.
Close? Do you think it's a close game?
It's close.
10 points.
It's good.
10 points.
Nah, you crazy.
10 points.
Joe
There's
Burrow.
no-
2019
there's not a-
Bama versus LSU was a 5-point game, and that team was nowhere near as good as 2020.
There's not a defense. Even Kirby Smart's best defense he's ever had could not have stopped all them weapons on offense. in the
No,
field at
yeah,
one time.
okay. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I think it's a lot closer than people think. 2019
something.
Bama with Tonga Vailoa was a 5-point game. It's 46-41. Mac Jones still holds the record for the most completion, or the best completion percentage and highest QBR in college football. Still holds it. So
Yeah,
it's
but-
closer than you think.
Ed Orgeron is not that good of a coach. Joe Burrow lifted that
Joe
whole
Burrow,
team.
Joe Shiesty is a dog, but it's closer than you think.
Oh,
in
I
my
agree. It's a good debate.
It's
But
not a
if-
10-point
If
game.
it's my opinion,
I think LSU would clear by 10. I
Dude,
think
you're
they would clear
crazy.
by 10.
They cleared the team before them by 5.
I'm just saying.
2019 Bama versus 2020 Bama. 2020 Bama wins all day long.
They don't
By 10.
win. They don't
Yes, they
win. They're not winning.
2020 Bama versus 2019 Bama. Yes, 2020's beating 2019.
I have a
They're
scenario
not.
for you. I have a scenario for
You're
you.
crazy, Bryce.
Whatever, dude. They're not beating Joe Burrow. I'm just letting you know they're not.
I didn't say they did. I said it'd be closer than 10 points. That's
Oh,
crazy.
All right, here's
you
the
actually
scenario.
just said Bama would win by 10.
Bama 2020 Bama beats 2019 Bama. You got them headphones, you ain't even listening.
Probably. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
they know probably.
But I think if that game was played at a national level and not a home and home on a neutral site, LSU would drag them across the floor.
You gotta give that. It was at Bama that year.
I got a
I think it's
scenario
closer
for
than we think. Let's hear it.
you. Listen to Greg Olson last night on the podcast.
Fantastic.
What's your name? G-Reg.
What you do?
He came up with a deal. He said that the Neal system's broken, and I do agree.
Yeah.
Look at Nico, right? But he said that to fix that, before you take $1 from a program or a school, you have to sign a contract that you're going to be with that school. You can't jump back in the portal. You can't do 1 year here, go 1 year here, go 1 year here, and just rack up millions of dollars because he said that'd be like the NFL saying, well, I don't want to play here no more, so I'm just going to get in this portal here and somebody else buy me for another $100 million and every year. He said it don't work like that. So I actually think that's a good idea. Like
He's the commissioner.
Yeah.
Big Saban.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I feel like that would kind of stop this crazy Neal situation that's kind of getting out of hand because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if the SEC is as dominant as it was.
Agreed.
The only caveat to what you just said, and I kind of agree with it to an extent, if a coach left the school or was fired, that player should have that contract should be voided and he should be able to go where he wants to go.
I agree with that. That is great. That's a great.
If for instance, if DJ Lagway had a 2-year contract at at Florida, and they fired Billy next week, obviously Lagway, he would still have to finish the season, but he should have the chance to get to go to a different school and play elsewhere. I think that you're going to see a little bit of a simmer in the NIL with them removing the spring portal window and also putting salary caps on teams now with a $20.5 million budget like they're doing. I don't think it's going to correct everything, but I have seen where like a little over 190 NIL deals have been denied for players that are just like you can't show profit on signing a player to that certain school for that much with no kind of
like somebody
how would they word it? How would they
$100,000
word it, Kyle? Like it would be like you couldn't. It would be like me trying to go out there and buy a 2003 Silverado for $300,000. Like it's not like
it's not feasible.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
There's no what's the word?
regulation there for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that or like common interest. Like it. I mean, why are you spending? You at that point you're kind of laundering. Why are you spending?
It's like why would Southern Miss pay $4 million to a quarterback when they haven't won 3 games in X amount of years? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to deny that deal. They're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's why Jackson Arnold's only making like what, $800,000?
I don't know. I think it's around.
I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you one thing. I bet Mateer's making $2 million. I can tell you that.
I think
What is? I want to look at. I'm looking right now. I'm going to look right now. Let's see what Mateer's.
He's like top 10. I think Jackson Arnold is.
He's 1.2. I know what Jackson Arnold was. Yeah, John Mateer's making $3 million for 2 years. Wow.
Hey.
Other way.
So
for me, it'd be this way for me.
So there's $600,000 difference between John Mateer and Jackson Arnold's NIL.
Yeah, it's valid.
John Mateer sucks.
Hey man, let's get on that topic real quick before we shut this down.
No, I look. I got to get off. So
All right, we'll save this for Friday's show. We'll save that for Friday. Kyle, speaking of Friday, tell everybody who is coming on the show with us Friday.
My dear friend, Mr. MF Big Play, Two Spoons, Feed, Mark Fields, two-time national champion at Clemson, won a USFL championship. Dude is a close friend of mine. We've been friends since we were 8 years old, met at a Brad Hoover football camp. We were roommates, and we've been playing together ever since. We played high school ball, 7-on-7, ran track together, like good friend of mine. I've been keeping in touch ever since, we got out. We started doing this thing. I texted him and said, dude, got to get you on. He said, just tell me the day. Looks like Friday's going to be a good one to get on. Even ask some questions about Clemson, what we got going on. But he's going to be a good one to have on. Two-time national champion. He was with Deshaun Watson, Hunter Renfro. He was with him.
We'll get his takes on, see what he says about that Clemson and Georgia Tech game, man. I'm excited about that ball game. Yep. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. This has been another episode of The Common Fan. We will see y'all Friday.
You've been listening to The Common Fan. See y'all next time. Same time, same tailgate.